Hi everybody, welcome back to Talk with Naya. Today we're going to be talking about JLO and how she ripped off songs from several other artists. So let's get right into it. So Jennifer Lopez, known as JLO, she was born in July of 1969 and she's from the Bronx, New York. The American actress and musician began appearing in films in the late 1980s and quickly became one of the highest paid Latina actresses in history of Hollywood. She later found crossover success in the music industry with a series of pop albums. Now, JLO was born into a family of Puerto Rican descent. She took dance lessons throughout her childhood, and from an early age, she had aspirations of fame. She performed internationally in stage musicals, and at the age 16, she made her film debut with a small role in My Little Girl in 1986. Her television break came in 1990 when she was cast as one of the Fly Girls dancer to appear on the comedy show In Living Color. After she left the show, she turned her focus to acting, first in several short-lived television series and then in movie roles. Film success came quickly for JLO, and by the mid-1990s, she was appearing with notable actors such as Robin Williams and Jack Nicholson in Blood and Wine. And once JLO landed the lead role in Selena, which was a biopic, she went on to star in a number of thrillers and action dramas, including Anaconda, U-Turn, Out of Sight, The Cell, and she gained widespread praise for The Wedding Planner in 2001, which was her first successful attempt at a romantic comedy. That release was quickly followed by the romantic drama Angel Eyes in the middle of the year. Now, in 1999, JLO added pop artists to her list of titles with the release of her debut album called On the 6th. The album went platinum and sold more than 8 million copies worldwide. Her second album, JLO, in 2001, sold more than 270,000 copies in its first week. However, even though JLO seemed like a woman who had mastered it all, she had been known to rip off other artists. So JLO began to have a habit of borrowing other artists' vocals and passing them off as her own. Unfortunately, JLO is lip-singing to vocals that aren't hers in several of her top hit songs. The vocals that she's lip-syncing over are artists such as Ashanti, Brandy, and Christina Milian, and others. Let's get into some of these songs that JLO ripped off from other artists. So the first one we're going to talk about is I'm Real, the Murder remix featuring Ja Rule. So I'm Real was an attempt for JLO to appeal to a more urban audience and give her album a boost on the charts. The bulk of the song was written by Ashanti, who would go on to become the R&B princess of the early 2000s, largely due to her collab songs with Ja Rule. Ashanti's demo vocals were kept on the final version of this song, including taking over the chorus and re-recording ad-libs for the track. Ashanti received credit for her background vocals, but not as a co-writer. Ashanti actually admitted in an interview that she actually wanted to keep this song for herself, but she had to give it up. The next song is If You Had My Love. So If You Had My Love released in 1999 and the single charted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 5 weeks straight. The chorus was sung by Shawnette Harrell. Harrell's vocals are mixed like background vocals, so we can't blame JLO too much. But it's still not her vocals. Now the next one is called Ain't It Funny, Murder Remix featuring Ja Rule and Cadillac Top. So after the success of I'm Real, Ashanti returned once again to write entirely new lyrics over a brand new beat for JLO. Now this remix had no connection to the original. Ashanti wrote, sang the chorus, and added ad-libs like she did for the other song I'm Real. Ashanti also made a cameo in the music video, and it seems that, she tried to put on a happy face, but I'm sure she was pretty upset that her vocals are being used. Now the next song we have is called All I Had featuring LL Cool J, which I'm sure you guys know. All I Had was a massive hit, but like most of JLO's number ones, most of the vocals were contributed by someone else. Most of the chorus on the song was a vocal sample from Deborah Laws called Very Special in 1981, and that single peaked at number 31 when it was first released. Sony received consent for the use of the sample, but Laws was unaware and took the artist to court. Her case was dismissed twice. Although Laws' vocals weren't the one on the track, the voice you hear on the chorus is Makeba Riddick. Riddick was on Rock Nation, who wrote hits such as Rihanna's song called Unfaithful and Beyonce's song Deja Vu. So between Laws and Riddick, JLO barely sings on her own song. Now let's talk about the song called Play. Now Play wasn't extremely memorable, but it charted at number 18 on Billboard. Yet again, most of the song wasn't sung by JLO. Christina Milian co-wrote the song and was well known for her single called Dip It Low. Milan's vocals are heard all over this song. In the chorus, JLO barely sings a note. Christina Milian does get credit for background vocals, but being that she wrote the song and sung most of it, you would think she would have got some more recognition on this song. Now remember the song called Love Don't Cost a Thing? So that's one of JLo's biggest singles and solidified her status, okay? The song is rumored to be about the singer's ex Diddy and the lavish gifts that he bought her, and it's said that the song is a reason for their breakup. Lopez then went on to marry Chris Judd, who was one of the backup dancers in the music video, but there is no background singer listed for this track, so it's hard to say whose vocals is on this song, but it's rumored to be Canella Cox. Now, we all remember Jenny from the Block, okay? That's JLo's signature song. Everybody knows that song. The song was another attempt to boost the singer's street cred, and it featured Jadakiss and Styles P. The voice on the single belonged to Natasha Ramos and was used after she demoed the track for Lopez. Ramos' voice shares a resemblance to JLo, so if the demo hadn't leaked, no one would have even noticed. So Ramos sings the entire chorus and the bridge of this song. Next, let's talk about the song called Ride or Die. This song was written by Brandy. The track was intended for Brandy's Aphrodisiac album, but after multiple delays, it was passed to JLo for her Rebirth album. Apparently, JLo couldn't find the time to record vocals for the entire song, and Brandy's voice is still present throughout the chorus and the backing vocals. Lastly, let's talk about the song called I'm Real. Now, this is different from the I'm Real song featuring Ja Rule. So, I'm Real was released twice in two different forms. This song was a typical pop song and is rumored to be an alleged diss towards her rival Mariah Carey. This version sampled Firecracker by Yellow Magic Orchestra. The song was never sampled before 2001 until Mariah Carey made the first attempt to license it for her song Loverboy. So with malicious intent, Mariah Carey's former husband and top executive at JLo's label, Tommy, applied for the same license and beat Mariah Carey to the punch. Once again, JLo couldn't find time to lay her vocals for the chorus. The voice you hear on this song is by Shailene Thomas. This incident most definitely prompted Mariah Carey's famous I Don't Know Her line. Even though we only talked about a few songs that JLo ripped off, I'm sure there is plenty more out there that we haven't gotten to. So what do you guys think about this whole situation with JLo and how she basically takes songs from other people and keeps their vocals on her songs as well? Now, that's all I have for today, you guys. I hope you have a good one. Bye.